point something out.
All right, let's tune up.
According to this, I'm perfectly in tune.
Let me hear your E string. See if we're tuned. All right. Now let's touch on tuning. Turn your tuner off.
Yep.
Okay, good. Your E string's in tune. How would you tune the rest of your strings to that? Good. Now, what's another way to check?
You can use the harmonics, which I was wondering if you could teach me, because you did say it one time, but I don't think I
Hover over the metal, barely touching the string, just like that. Okay, so what note is that on that string?
E.
Yeah, so where's E on the A string? So this is what I do. This is one thing I do. I go to the 7th fret on the next string. See if they sound the same. What do you do on the B string? You got to go up half a step. Ooh, my B's flat.
I was gonna say, that sounds weird.
Ooh. That's another way that I check. Okay. Sound a little flat to me, like maybe a gnat's eyelash. Your A string's just slightly flat. Yeah, bring that A string just a little bit up. Check it. That's better. All right, so that's another way that I check myself. And here's another way: 5th fret, 7th fret. Okay. Now it won't work from G to B. So what I do there is I do my B note on my low E, and that'd be the same as my B string. And then my 7th fret on my A string is the same as my high E. Okay? So there's 3 different ways to check. And then I check my octaves. Because they got to sound good together too, right? And do some chords. Voila. It's good to check because no guitar has absolutely perfect intonation. So you got to find a happy compromise from one place to the other. And intonation is how well it's in tune all the way up and down the neck. You know, if you had a really super sensitive scientific instrument to measure the vibrations, and you did this and this, they'd probably be slightly off to some percentage. You know?
Even if it's the same.
Yeah, because like I said, no guitar neck is just perfectly intonated. So you check in different places to make sure everything sounds good together. And then when you go and use your capo, it throws everything off.
Yeah.
All right, so we were working on Seminole Wind last week, as well as some other things.
Yes, it was Seminole Wind and While My Guitar Gently Weeps Beats.
Yes, that's right. We'll get into that. Let's do Seminole Wind for a minute. You don't have it?
No, I do. I just was wondering if you want me to find because it's just 4 chords.
I want you to because I want you to sing it.
What?
He said he's going back in the choir next year. That's what he said. He goes,
No excuse not to sing. The first note is. Keep going. Let's do the chorus now. do it the way James Taylor does it, so my lyrics are a little different. He doesn't say all the way, he just says way up to make a note P. When you go to the next line from that, you gotta say the word blow as soon as you start playing the E minor, otherwise your syncopation gets off. All the way up to make a note P. Blow across. See, as soon as you hit that E minor, you gotta say the word blow, or you won't get the line in.
Can I have a Kleenex, please?
Yes, you may.
Kaden, I want you to spit that gum out. You can't sing and chew and play all at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Take it out.
Yeah.
Well, he can. He's multi-talented.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't even know I had coming in.
That's fine. That's fine. We fixed it.
All right, so that's what
Sorry.
I have to say. That's all I have to say about that. And if it's not your key, what do?
Cable up.
Capo. Because here's the thing. It might be too high for me. Ever since the days of old, in search for wealth untold. So what do? I go down an octave. Ever since the day, but that doesn't sound good, right? So what do I do to take? I take that up. I put a capo on the second fret, and I take that low thing, and I bring it up. And if that still doesn't work, then I capo up even further until I find a place.
Gotta find your good
I
pitch.
find it, yeah. I got to find my pitch. Now, what are we doing? We're transposing. May I borrow your capo for a minute, please?
Yes, you
We may get our chords to the point where they don't sound so good anymore. Like if I tried to capo up here. Never since the days of old, man would search for wealth untold. Now I'm comfortable singing this, but the chords don't sound right up there. What chord am I playing? I'm playing A minor. So now I just transpose. I just do. See, now I just do this. I just transpose it without using the capo. I found my place for my voice, and I just instead of changing the chords this way, I transpose and find out.
Just like in House of the Rising Sun, if you didn't like that A minor, you can go up here and do the A minor.
Yeah.
For your pitch.
Well, no, that's different. That's different.
A little.
But bringing that song up, it's actually kind of low when I do it when I sing it. There's a house in New Orleans. It gets too low. The rising sun. And I do it, and it sounds okay because the song is kind of a dark song, but it might be better. There is a house in New Orleans. Yeah, see, I'd be able to sing that a little bit better up there just by doing that. But as far as what you were talking about, I'm sorry.
Okay. Grab it.
The melody thing was the finding the chord was. I'm still in the same key. I'm not changing the key. I'm just finding the melody further up the neck because of where I started the melody. I'm here. Now I have to go to this note. All right, I have to go there. I have to play that note. And the only way I'm going to find it, I'm not going to find it playing A minor here unless I can stretch my pinky like that, which I guess I could. But it's better if I just do this. Because then I can do this. I see. So that's all that's happening there. I didn't change the key. I just had to find where my melody note was because of where I've started it. Now it goes like this. Now I could play this A. I can do it here. But I don't like it there. I like it here. It just works better for me. And then of course you can move it all over. You can move it up here too and do some stuff. Because you're starting with A minor. Right? You're doing that. It might not sound good, but you could work something out up there too. That might not be bad at all. But that's what's happening there. That's not changing key. That's just finding the notes that go with the melody. And if you have to play a chord somewhere further up the neck to do that, then that's what you do, and that's why your knowledge of the neck is so important. You have to know you can play A minor here, I can play A minor here. Where else can I play A minor? I can play it way up here.
Is that still considered guitar theory? And will you really need to know guitar theory?
No, you don't need to know guitar theory. No, this is not guitar theory. This is knowledge of the neck. Okay, that's all. Knowledge of the neck. We touch on theory a bit with our sevenths and our minors and all that, but mainly it's just you got to know your neck. You have got to know your neck so that you can do stuff like that. But we were doing. So what are you doing? Where are you at on that? We started with this, right?
Yeah, you started with it. And be able to get the change.
So how's that coming?
The change is pretty good actually. And by the way, I did find another way you can and they add this little in between.
Let me hear it. I can't hear it. That's fine. Yeah, if you like doing that.
And then you go into this one, which he admitted that he actually, for this little thing, he added where he would sit.
Yeah.
Did that for like a little flavor is what he called it when he did it.
Would it pull off, you mean?
Yeah,
What?
when,
Show me.
you know how you
Right.
have it right here where the
Right.
pinky goes right there? Instead he'd have it where he'd play that and then he'd,
So from what? And who's he?
I was gonna say, who's he?
Justin Johnson. I couldn't remember his name at this time.
Does he do this and then that?
Yes.
Like that?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Like that? Or
Yeah,
like that?
kind of. It's a little improvisation.
Yeah, you can do anything you want. Cool, I like it. So, let's work out the rhythm of this, okay? You gotta play louder. I can't hear you. You gotta play louder.
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Okay. What did you?
We're gonna just play it. I want to hear your rhythm. I want to hear your rhythm. Okay. All right, smooth it out. You're smooth it out. Tap your foot. Do, do, do. I will slow it down. Do, dun, dun, dun. Okay, do it like that. Dun, dun. Okay. There's a little syncopation. You know what syncopation is?
No, exactly.
You're doing this.
Okay.
You're doing that. It's not that. It's this. So it's in between. It's in between my beats. We won't worry about anything but the bass and the melody of it.
I wanted to ask you something because you would hit these two is what you would say. You said.
Yeah, to
Is
start.
that weird? Are you supposed to hit it on all of them or just the first time you hammer on?
What? That?
Yeah.
No, just to start it. But play with me. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Dun. You feel that slight hesitation between this? Let's do it again. Boom, boom. Okay. So it's boom, little bit of a, and if you saw it noted out, there would probably be a mark that would change it. Boom. Like that. Do it again. Let me hear it. You do it. Good. Bum, bum, yeah. Little up. You're getting it.
Yeah.
Again. 1, 2, 3. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum. That's better. Yes. You feel it? You feel
Yeah,
it?
you kind of feel the rhythm. in it.
Yeah, yeah. You feel it? Yeah. See, it's just a little different, isn't it? It's just not quite on that beat. Like that. And it's there is a way to write it, and I'm not positive. I'm going to research a little bit. There's these little changes in the bars above the notes that give you that. Sometimes you can't write something like that, and it's done by ear. All right. And the rest of it. So you were asking what other things are going on inside there.
Yeah, that little.
I'm just. This is me, you know. And this is just my style that I've developed, and I don't even. See, it's just back and forth.
He's singing with it.
it. Yeah, I realized the melody of it.
Yeah. So when you know what to do after the F, right? Go back to the A minor and just play the notes inside the chord, right? Right?
Yes,
And then there's a G.
I remember you mentioning that, yeah.
All right. Well, you got the first part, so let's move on.
So that
Let's
little,
go. Let's F. Let's go from F. And you work your way back up to the A. F, F, G. Then to A minor. Just G. And the first time around, it lands on D. And the second time around, it lands on on C, right?
yeah.
So dun, 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 bum, bum, E7, then it goes into the chorus. Let me see you play.
The whole.
Yeah, what you can. Yeah, through the F to the A minor G, landing on the
The
D.
F. Okay, so from
Yeah, all the way through. Yeah, all the way through to that. Yes. Go slow. Go slow. It lends itself to slow. Good. Good timing. Bum, 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 bum. Good. A minor. Dun, 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 G, bum, bum.
And you.
Well, G, while you're playing the G, you hit that
Oh,
A
yeah.
note. Bum, 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 then D. Dun. Now, I found from listening to the record, I picked up this. I just go da, A flat, A, and then an open B string. And when I land on the D, da, da, that's all I did. And then you got to pick up your third finger to get that open B. Yeah, that's it. It seems to work. And then back, and then start over again. Now the second time around, after you've gone through the chorus and you come back to a verse again, I worked out this little thing. So that's so I'm sliding up. What chord am I playing here?
Not be a D would be an E.
That's
correct?
right. Very good. So that's why that open E sounds good. That's what I do. So I land on the D. That's what I do. This is the diminished that you know. Seems to work. chord. And this was hard for me a while, slamming this thing against the nut to get the full chord. It took me a long time to get that thing to where I wanted all the notes to sound out.
Is this a difficult song to learn? I mean,
It's
challenge?
It's challenging, and for him to have come this far along on it is quite good, because once he gets this down, you know. Oh, by the way, 3 songs, and you're coming to the open mic on Sunday afternoons. I don't know who's going to bring them.
Oh, Grandma. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know who'll bring him. Somebody
The
bring
reason
him.
is the one on Sunday is because it's not late at night. It's 2 in the afternoon. It's at Fort Pierce Beach Resort.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Get it
You
going.
only got to know 3 songs. You only got to know 3 songs.
There you go. There you go.
Seminole Wind, La My Guitar Gently Weeps, and whatever else.
There you go.
You pick.
Grandma will try to be there.
Are we working on Blackbird yet?
Yes.
We are, okay.
Yeah, I
You
have
got
a
the
little
tab.
Blackbird
You got the tab,
tab,
okay, good.
yes.
That could be your other one or not, up to you. It's a little more complicated. All right, so keep working on this. Now, do you want to get into the chorus yet, or do you just want to iron out the verse?
Probably iron out the verse, be able to get good at that, and
Okay.
learn the chorus.
Sounds
By the way,
smart.
I do have a question for the open mic thing.
Yes. Oh,
You scared him. He has to play louder.
but no, you plug in.
Does somebody else somebody else play with you, or are you just standing up there alone?
At this particular one, they got a backup, a band.
Okay, I was wondering, if they
But
have
you
those
don't-
other
you don't have
guys,
to have-
like in
You don't
the.
have to. It's up to you.
I'd prefer to have other people. not.
What I would do is I would play with you. We would play together.
Ooh,
Okay.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Actually.
And they have a drummer, and they have a bass player, and so yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, do you play bass? I know you play electric guitar and ukulele is what it says up there.
I do play bass, but not very much. You know what the bass guitar is? It's these strings right here. Yeah. So if you can do this, you can play the bass.
That's pretty good too. Yeah, my dad said that he's been wanting to play the bass for a long time, and hopefully when I learn guitar, I can learn bass as well.
Well, what is it?
Afterwards.
Let's play a country song in C. Join me.
Yeah.
Okay? Keep doing that. Here's what your second finger's in the wrong string.
Okay, so yeah.
Keep doing this. Keep doing it. Here's what a bass player does. This is what a bass player does. Okay, so that's what bass playing is. And when you go like this, then he goes like this.
Your dad can learn that.
That's what the bass player does. So it's not hard. If you can play the guitar, you can play the bass.
That's funny.
Having said that, there are guys who are quite,
Yeah,
and some of them are amazing what they can do. And the slapping,
the slap plays,
yeah,
they'll have it.
yeah,
play like
that's
this.
advanced bass guitar playing.
Yeah.
But for just playing along with other people,
My dad said that he always listens to the bass like in the background of the song, and he'll hear him playing back there, and that's particularly neat.
if he does that, then that's great. And I do that. When I listen to a song, I'll do that a lot. Go work out a bass line. One of the best bass players ever is Paul McCartney. Listen to some Beatles stuff, and the bass lines that he's playing in some of those songs are really quite good. Yeah, he was quite the bass player. Now we've touched on the segues, right? Chord to chord to chord to chord and back and forth. Have you worked on that much? Because it's something I really want you to get good at, get familiar with, I should say. And I just did a little bit of it there, like.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in the low.
Good. Oh, good. Excellent. Awesome.
been practicing.
Good. Okay. How do we go from G to D?
But, oh,
We do that. So we go. Like that. Just this. Yeah, from G. Yeah, exactly. Now we go from D to G. Yep. Watch. That's how we go from D to G. See? That's another one of those, what I call segues. There they are.
from this to B.
And a very, very common ending to a song in G that bluegrass players do. They go. They go.
I've heard that one. That looks,
And it's not. It's really simple. It's not complicated at all. It's just.
looks pretty.
That's it. Four. So these little touches, and you're doing real well in the ones that you did, really add to a song when you're playing something.
I never until I started actually learning to play bluegrass and things like that, I never noticed how difficult it actually looked and kind of felt.
Well, the guitar, the rhythm part's fairly fundamental, but the flat picking is, some of the flat pickers are amazing. They really are. You want to see some good flat picking, man, you should watch Billy Strings. Have you heard of him?
I think I've heard of
Go look him up on YouTube. He's amazing. There's one video where he and Tommy Emanuel are up on stage playing together, and that's so much fun. But Billy Strings, huh?
Uses a pick.
Billy Strings does, yeah. Although I think, so I said the flat picking that he does. He does some really awesome flat picking, and it's quite incredible. But we're not doing that. We're finger stylists. We're finger stylists. So good with the. Now you can start singing this song, right? Seminole Wind, because you're good with you already got the chords down, and if you want. Find it on YouTube or somewhere, and then work out some of the. You were asking about some of the. Listen to the violin in the song, and then try to emulate some of that. But mainly just know where it's in E minor, so you know. Right. So that's all you have to do, and it doesn't have to be fancy. Strum the chords. Do pull-offs and hammers, and just combine them. Little slide. Now, if you know the notes in the E minor pentatonic, which are what? E. Play with me. G. A. B. D. E. Back to E. Okay, so those are the notes. So you can play them anywhere in the neck once you know what they are.
If you had other guys playing with you, or you had like a looper pedal that you could plug into here, technically couldn't you do the little violin part and then play the strumming while it still had it repeating it? Or could you have another
generally
guy
you do it
play
the other way.
violin
Generally you do it the other way around.
Or you have another guy.
You put the chords, the rhythm in the looper, and you play the solo on top of that. Yeah.
You would have another guy.
Yeah, which I have a looper. That's what I do. Especially with a song like this, it's so simple. You put this, record this in your looper. Okay, I'm done. Now it's going, and then I just start playing on top of it, and then I shut it off and back into me.
Pretty cool.
Strumming. It is. It's very cool.
Is that guitar plug-in, or how many other guitars do you have?
He's got it.
Yeah.
He's making a list.
Well, let's see. I have several, and The only one that doesn't have the built-in electrics is the one I've had since 1979.
Wow.
But I have a pickup on it. I got it under the bridge pickup, so that I still can plug it in. Because nowadays.
Can you actually get those put in, like if yours?
Oh yeah, you can have all that done. You know, the one I bought is pretty inexpensive, and it goes right under the bridge, and it's really cool. Well, with a classical, I don't know if you're familiar with classical guitars.
Yes.
The strings back here tie around the bridge. They tie, and this thing slides underneath it, and you tie it, and then it has a thing to plug into. And yeah, so do I have a guitar? I don't think. Yeah, none of my guitars are. I can amplify them all. I hardly ever play that one anymore, which is sad, but I'll never get rid of it because it's.
You play it like this, or did you have it where you set it up on your
Yeah, I
lap?
don't do that. I'm not a classical guitarist. I had one student in the past year learn classical, so we would do that. You know, I had the little footstool and all that stuff. You know, and then we had the book for it. And I mean, you would look at the music and you go, it wouldn't mean anything to you. But I can teach it to a certain level. And when a student gets to, I've never had a student get to the point where I couldn't teach them anymore. But if they ever did get to that point, I would recommend to move on to someone else, because I'm not a classical guitarist.
There's one, I think he's 22 or so, Alexander, something, he's Spanish. And he used to play the classical guitar, but he moved on to steel string because he preferred it. But he never held it like this. He actually had it where he held it in his lap, but it's still a steel string guitar.
Yeah.
And because it's easier for him to hold it like that, he has a lot more percussion. So he'll have it where he can play the strings with one hand and actually tap the guitar.
There is a lot of guys doing that now. Yeah.
He'll have it where he actually has on his one guitar. He duct taped right here because he would use his nails, and you can add a little thing.
Yeah.
And then all over here, and I think right here you can see it's like wearing.
Oh, sure.
Because the way he feels to do that. But if you look to the arrangements, yeah, it's amazing.
Oh yeah. Some of those guys are unbelievable what they do. Absolutely. There's one guy I like. He's actually glued, I guess, to his guitar drum pad.
Yeah.
And it's wired in through his amp, so he beats a drum on where he has that thing installed. And the sound. His name's Kelly Valou. Look him up. He's a really good finger stylist. Really good. He takes a lot of pop songs and arranges them for you. He has his YouTube channel, but you can go onto his website and you can buy the tablature and you can take lessons and all that stuff and learn how to play what he plays the way he plays them. Yeah.